This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today we look at what films we added to our collection in December 2024, thanks to Santa Claus and a few other people. We're talking monsters, Mad Men, and a box set from a legendary director. Let's check it out. We're going to start with two items from the Film Masters label. I've talked about them before in different episodes. I really like what they do. They're mostly B movies, creature features, horror films, some thrillers, a lot of things you never heard of before, low budget stuff. Sometimes two films on one disc or two different discs. And usually they run about $20 or more. So it's a pretty good deal if you like those types of films and you like their design and their approach. And we're going to start with Night of the Blood Beast from 1958. This is about a mutant that stalks the Earth when the body of a dead astronaut is used as an alien incubator. This was produced, not directed, by Roger Corman. The Film Masters does have some Corman directed films on their label, but this was a production by Roger Corman, directed by Bernard Kowalski, who went on to have a big career in television. This is a monster B movie. The budget was $68,000. They shot it in 7 days. It's in black and white, of course. And the alien costume they used in this film was modified from a costume they used in an earlier one called Teenage Caveman. So they just reused stuff. Whatever was cheapest and quickest is what they did with these films. And I just have an affection for them. There's a second film included here called Attack of the Giant Leeches, probably more well known than the first one. It's from 1959. It's on a second disc, and this is about a game warden and a local doctor who discover that giant leeches are responsible for the disappearances and deaths in a local swamp. I could just imagine what these leeches are going to look like, probably guys in rubber suits or something. A lot of extras on these discs. There's audio commentaries for both films, which I will not listen to. There are Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes for both films. There is a featurette about the director. And there's two discs, like I said, and a 24-page booklet. And the booklets are usually very informative. They don't take this stuff too seriously, but it's always fun to read about this stuff. Both films, I believe, are streaming for free on Tubi right now. The second Film Masters release I got is Creature with the Blue Hand from 1967. This is about Scotland Yard searching for a homicidal maniac called the Blue Hand, which is what he uses to kill his victims. This is an example of the German thriller subgenre known as Krimi, or Krimi, Krimi. If you're watching this, you probably know that part of the fun of watching these films and collecting is discovering so many new things. And this will be a new discovery for me, this subgenre. It's known for impressive chiaroscuro lighting, agile camera work, European locales, and mysterious villains. Some people have compared it as being sort of adjacent to giallo films. So I don't think I've seen any of this type of a creamy film, so I'm looking forward to that. It stars Klaus Kinski, who has been in so many things. I see him in westerns popping up several times, but probably best known for Gary Wrath of God and Fitzcarraldo. Scenes were actually added later to make a new film called The Bloody Dead in 1987. That is also included in this package here. There's a second feature, though, on a second disc called Web of the Spider from 1971. Both of these, I believe, are in color, too. And this is about a journalist who makes a bet that he can spend a night in a haunted castle, but soon learns that it really is haunted, even though he doubted that. It's listed as Gothic Italian horror. Stars Klaus Kinski yet again. This time, believe it or not, he's playing Edgar Allan Poe. And this was directed by Antonio Margheriti, who is quite famous for directing a film called Castle of Blood, which is supposed to be excellent, but I haven't checked that one out yet. Extras similar to the other package I showed you, audio commentaries, 24-page booklet, and two short documentaries. Next up is a film that is much less obscure than those first two things I showed you, and that is Zodiac from 2007. This is a 4K and a Blu-ray on here, and this is about, well, between 1968 and 1983, a cartoonist became obsessed with becoming an amateur detective so he could track down the Zodiac killer who was conducting a killing spree in Northern California. I don't know if they ever caught him or not, unless maybe it was Ted Cruz's father, like some people think, but that's just a joke. Cast here includes how much bigger, many bigger names than those other films I showed you. Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, and the director, again, much more renowned, David Fincher, who of course made Seven and Fight Club and The Social Network. This is a 3-disc set. You have a 4K disc with the film. You have a Blu-ray disc with the director's cut and commentaries. And then you have a Blu-ray disc, which I assume is a theatrical cut. And then also a few special features, not too many. So I saw this in 2007 when it was released, but definitely ready to revisit it. And I'm saving the most impressive item for last, and that is this box set. Nothing is Sacred. 3 Heresies from Luis Buñuel. Buñuel, always controversial director, targets religion and bureaucracy and hypocrisy and often surreal. All these films are in black and white. All the films are in Spanish. This is a 3-disc set from Radiance, Region A, B, and C. So it looks like that on the side. And then the 3 films listed on the back here. And chronologically, the films are Viridiana from 1961. This is about a woman who is misled into thinking that her uncle defiled her, and so she, in her sleep, so she abandons her goal of entering the nunhood and instead decides to dedicate her life to helping vagrants, and things don't go quite as well as she hoped they would go. Highly controversial film at the time, but ultimately it was voted Best Spanish Film of All Time by Spanish critics in 2016. The second one here is The Exterminating Angel from 1962. This is about a group of bourgeois party guests who realize they are somehow unable to leave the extravagant dining room in which they are gathered. Very surreal, odd film. This is really the only double dip in this entire episode because I have the Criterion edition of this film as well. But I wanted the box set and I wanted all the extras and the booklet that come with it. The third film in this box set is Simon of the Desert from 1965. This is about a would-be saint who is continually tested by a seductive incarnation of the devil. It's a short film. It's only 45 minutes long, but very good. And this set includes a 80-page perfect bound book, loads of extras, way too many to mention here, so you can look those up. But a couple of like feature-length documentaries are included here. And there's also reversible artwork for all 3 of those discs. So I do like how the artwork is very consistent. The color scheme here with the black and white and pink lettering. But let me show you what the reversible artwork looks like too. So here is the reversible artwork for Viridiana. And for The Exterminating Angel, looks like could be the original Spanish artwork for that one. And the same applies for Simon of the Desert. Luis Buñuel was one of my favorite directors. I would say he was like a gateway director for me when I first started discovering world cinema and the classic cinema at revival houses back when I was in high school. And really his films are really essential to any cinephile. cinephiles collection or just to your film watching experiences. I love all three of those films, and I have several others of his in my collection, including The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie and That Obscure Object of Desire and Belle de Jour and The Phantom of Liberty. All just fantastic. Most of these are available separately on the Criterion label, and most of these are also available to see on the Criterion channel if you have access to that. So feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down below here. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Check this out on Letterboxd. Subscribing is free, also free as we're on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet. There's a link down below in the notes. And we recently left reviews for lots of films, including The Fall Guy, Voice of the Whistler, Conclave, Idiocracy, Power of the Whistler, From Darkness to Light, Nosferatu, 2024 version, Them, the French film Them, and A Complete Unknown. So that's free. What's not free is my ebook is available. It is True Tales from the Teacher Trenches, Ups and Downs of 32 years of teaching English in a public high school. It's available at Amazon.com, and you can use it on your, read it on your Kindle, or if you don't have a Kindle, you can use the free Kindle app to read it on any device of your choice. It's going to set you back an entire $1.99. Now, before we leave, I did want to mention I was quite hesitant to post this video because of the horrific events going on in Southern California. I know people directly and indirectly affected by these apocalyptic fires, really, and everybody here is kind of on edge because depending on which way the wind's going to blow and how strong those winds are going, any one of us could be ready to evacuate at any moment or worse. So I thought maybe let me just post this. Maybe it'll be a 10-minute or so distraction from reality of what's going on out there. So anyways, hope you like this episode, and see you next time.